In your sobriety journey, just do you. Welcome to Stay in Your Lane. He's Mark.
And that's Marty. And we're so glad you guys are with us today. We want to give a shout out today to Dax Shepard. He recently had a relapse, and I appreciate and value so much his vulnerability and sharing that with everyone because that's what makes us all stronger in our sober journey.
Today's topic is going to be different avenues and outlets that you can pursue in becoming sober.
Perfect. Yeah. And the reason we said just do you, everyone's sober journey is different. And you should be confident and comfortable with any tool you decide to use in your tool belt to get you sober and keep you sober.
And you just don't have to choose one.
Right.
You could choose to take tidbits from one and put it with another, or start one, finish with another. It's all about you and your will to be sober.
Yes. So I think, to name some of the top ones, definitely there's AA, there's smart recovery, there's individual therapy, psychotherapy, counseling, sobriety coaching, which is what I'm venturing into in my sober journey.
Our show.
Our show. So, when we talk about sober tools, you might use one tool one day and then the next day it doesn't feel right. Don't be ashamed to just drop that tool for the day. You need to arm yourself with the tools each day that are going to give you strength and momentum in your journey.
I think it's important to remember is that there's no magic wand here. It takes effort. There's nothing that you can just snap your fingers and decide one day that you're sober.
Right.
I think it takes constant effort.
Right. And I think that, we talked a lot about, in the prep for this episode, a lot about will. And Marty made a great point that, people that get sober and stay sober, they have the will to be there.
Right, for sure. And I just want to take back the last thing I said is that, I think that once you get to a point in your sobriety, when you align your passion, purpose, the payout is that you're not constantly on guard of an intoxicant. Like we talk about now when we go out, I'm not concerned at sitting at the bar and ordering a burger and fries and dessert and milkshake.
Right.
In 6 feet across from me is my old nemesis vodka.
Right, exactly. And I think sometimes that strength, you might never have that strength to sit at the bar, but you be okay with that. Be okay with where you get the strength and what you need to do to keep the strength.
Did I mention soup?
Soup.
Yeah, I mentioned ordering soup.
The menu keeps going.
Right. But no, I think last night was a good example that we ate at a place here in Hollywood, Florida. And they had upgraded or custom lemonades.
Right.
And it was really fun to have the different option. And it was like a mocktail. And it really felt good after I was done with it to still have my clear mind, but it tasted so good.
Right. And actually, the idea came up that we're going to try to film an episode and highlight some of their lemonades because that's how fantastic they were.
Yeah. It's a mac and cheese place locally.
Yeah, it was great. So, when we talk about just doing you, again, in my sober journey, I was bombarded with options when I first got sober about what I should be doing and where I should be doing it. And I really had to take a step back and realize what is going to work for me at this point in my life with my work schedule, with my family schedule. And I had to find the tools that fit and find the tools that gave me strength based on what I needed that day, that week, that month. And that's how I armed myself with success.
One of the things I want to point out is that I never visited AA until I went with you after I was already sober. But like I went to different individual private therapists, counselors, and the thing that I realized when I finally met up with my last psychiatrist about it is that the thing that I wasn't bringing to the other therapists was the truth. I wasn't telling myself the truth about my addictions. You know, I'd give them a little hint of, how much I would drink. I would downplay, the cocaine that I did. So I wasn't really ready. And so when you're seeking these avenues out, if you look at your pattern of if you've been trying them and they didn't succeed, you might want to look at yourself and be, are you ready?
Right.
I have to say, there's no shame in an addiction, right? It's just where you're at in life. And when you're ready, you're ready.
Yes.
Do it.
Right. No, it's a good point. So, I think if we can look at all the tools available to us and seek them out when you're ready for that tool, and don't be afraid to discard that tool if you don't need it, that will continue to arm you with the best arsenal of sobriety tools.
Absolutely. We wish you the best success in your own path to recovery because it all circles around you.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we'll certainly look forward to seeing you on our next episode.
And make sure to like and subscribe. We look forward to having you back.
All right, so long.